Hello, my friend. You're watching or listening to the Erin Show, where we chat all things intentional living and trying to find that ever elusive balance that is hard to find in our busy and sometimes overwhelming lives. I am your host, Erin Chase, and I am super stoked about this week's episode. The past couple weeks, we've kind of gone over the things that I have sort of done and developed here on the interwebs, starting with an introduction of myself, along with $5 dinners and our grocery budget makeover. And in this next episode today, I'm going to share all about freezer cooking, freezer meals, and sort of how that has been a part of my life for the last 12 plus years, and what we have developed and the resources that we've created for you to help with freezer cooking, and ultimately making dinner easier is the goal and the plan here. So that is today's topic. I'm going to share a little how-to, a little nitty-gritty, but first I want to share the backstory because it's really wild. And I think it'll help you understand why we have done what we have done. So let's go back. We're going to hit the rewind button. September 2013. Okay, so in September of 2013, I shared on the $5 Dinners blog a very basic printable for ingredients that you could buy at Costco, and then how you can mix and match them into different meals. And it was just what the ingredients were and the meals. It wasn't even recipes. It wasn't a full shopping list. It was kind of this concept, if you will, of how you would pull together, mixing and matching. You bring 8 cans of black beans and 8 cans of tomato sauce and this big old pack of cheese and this, 40 or 80 tortillas. Like, what do you do with all of that, right? And so I just shared some suggestions on how you could mix and match that and create different meals so you didn't feel like you were eating the same thing over and over and over. So that I shared at the very beginning of September of 2013. I posted it on the blog. We talked about it on social media. I saw a couple comments about it. And I came back a week later to just look at it again, and it had been shared over 100,000 times. I don't know how, I don't know where, it just kind of went kind of viral on its own. And I was like, okay, I think I can expand on this. So I expanded on that and added the recipes to it. So now it was like a 15 page document. And so maybe 15 pages. It was the recipes plus the shopping list. So that I shared on the blog, and it went crazy again. In January of 2014, it went bananas viral, like the most viral that you could possibly think of. That's what happened the very beginning of January of 2014. So I thought, okay, you really like this. So I'm going to create more of these. So I took different recipes and different ingredient list of ingredients you can buy in bulk at Costco, created different recipes, and then shared another one, and then shared another one. That third one was gluten-free. And then I shared a fourth version that was all slow cooker meals. So anyways, just crazy. The whole year of 2014, I was basically working through these ingredients, like bulk ingredients you can get at Costco, along with how you can sort of mix and match them into recipes, like I said, so that you're not eating the same thing over and over and over again. And so the fourth one that we shared, October 2014, was all freezer to slow cooker meals. And it went more viral than the first two. And I just was completely flabbergasted. I don't think I slept for like 3 weeks. It was just wild. And we literally got thousands of emails. I'm not joking. Thousands of emails coming back to us saying, this is amazing. Thank you for this resource. But 2 or 3 of those recipes, either I know my family won't eat, I can't eat it for dietary restrictive reasons, or that's just not something that we would like. And so, you get a couple emails like that and you're like, oh, okay, well, sorry, it is what it is. It's, here it is. It's just it's a PDF, right? Like, that's going to make your life easier. But when you get thousands of emails like that because so many people are desperate for this type of a resource, then you're like, okay, I can do something about this. And I happen to have experience in app development, and I knew enough about software, and I knew enough about technology and working online to know that you can literally create anything in sort of the tech space. And so I thought, okay, I'll take these recipes that we've already used for these plans, and I will build a software. So that's what we did. We built a software that works on the internet, on your computer, on your tablet. We also have apps that work on your phone and tablet. And we created that possibility for you. So you don't have to necessarily get ingredients from, a warehouse store in bulk. You could absolutely kind of use our software and what we've created to just get things at the grocery store, right? And so, but that's how it was built. It was built because you wanted it. Your feedback said, we want something like this. We want easy freezer meals. And so let me tell you a little bit more about MyFreezEasy. That's the history. That's kind of where we came from. That's why I built it, because you needed this option and you asked for the customization component of it. And so that's what we've done. It took from that point, it was a little over a year and a half or so that we developed the software, developed the apps, we got them out. We released 12 in total. We released 12 of these meal plans, freezer meal plans, where you can use these bulk ingredient purchases from a warehouse store, BJ, Sam's, Costco, it doesn't matter. Those are all still available in our shop if you wanted to, go through that. The price points will be slightly different, maybe a little higher, maybe even a little lower, depending on the product. I know the meat prices are still the same. So it really is a great affordable way to buy in bulk and then mix and match into different meals. So those we definitely still have available. And we have created this amazing software that you can pick and choose recipes based on meat type. So if you're going to get all ground beef or all chicken, or you can mix and match. It doesn't matter. We have it by cooking method. So if you're super into your Instant Pot right now, you can just do freezer to Instant Pot meals. Or if grilling, summer's coming, right? It was 100 degrees here the other day. What is going on? It just snowed like a month ago, and now it's like 100 degrees. I'm super confused, but whatever. So grilling, if you just want to be grilling, we'll help you with getting meals into your freezer for grilling. So all you have to do is thaw them and grill them. It's just super fast and easy. I have tried freezer cooking all kinds of ways. And this is by far the fastest, most efficient. I say that I can do 10 meals in 30 minutes. A certain type of meal, yes. Most of the time I can do 10 meals. Well, all of the time I can do 10 meals in under an hour's time, but many of the times I can do 10 meals put together for the freezer in 30 minutes. That's the title of the video. It is true. I have video proof to prove it. But I've also done this many times. So it's very, very fast and efficient for me. We always tell people the very first time that you do a MyFreeZeasy plan, budget an hour to an hour and a half. And then the next time you do it, it'll get faster. The next time you do it, it'll get faster. And then by the time you do it the third, fourth, fifth time, you basically have the whole thing memorized and you can just put your ingredients together as you wish. So that's kind of the backstory and the I guess underbelly, if you will, of MyFreezEasy. But ultimately, it's a philosophy about making 10 meals at a time in what should be around an hour or less than an hour. It's efficient, it's fast. You're not spending all day in the kitchen. You get a couple of 10 freezer meals. I make those over the period of usually about a month. I make 2 to 3 freezer meals a week. If you ever look back at my past meal plans that I've shared here on the $5 Dinners page, you'll see that. You'll see this, 2 or 3 freezer meals a week. I mark it with a little F or FR on my meal plan so that I know that I need to get it out of the freezer the night before, right? And so just mixing them into whether your schedule, requires you're not gonna be home for cooking dinner, so you need to start a freezer to slow cooker meal in the morning. Maybe it's your mood. You don't love to cook on Wednesday nights or Thursday nights. You just cue into these things about yourself and about your family and about your cadence, and getting your meals onto the table. Or if you find that you're having cereal every Thursday night, maybe make a freezer meal instead. I have nothing against having cereal for dinner. I have no problem with that. But when you're doing it night after night or week after week, you might want to come up with a strategy for a dinner that's a little bit more balanced and maybe a little healthier in the long run, right? Think about long term, not necessarily what's actually happening in the moment right now. Okay, so that's the backstory. That's the feedback. That's why we like to do freezer meals. So MyFreezEasy works like this. We have several options for you, and I'm actually excited to be doing this because I kind of want to break it down for you. We have you can order meal plan PDFs. We have 12 different themes that we update every month. Keto, yes, we have keto. That is our most commonly asked for. Yes, we have gluten-free. Yes, we have Whole30 or paleo. We have all of these plans broken down. I think the dietary restrictive plans are super helpful because when you're eating on a restrictive diet, it's nice to have things prepped ahead for options when literally you're just like, I just can't cook, but you really need to stay on your diet. Having something made ahead and into the freezer is really helpful for those types of days. Whether you know they're coming or you don't see them coming or you have a little crisis moment, it's just nice to have that when you're on that type of restrictive diet, you have an option for you. We also have the apps. It is a membership program, so you become a member. You get access to all the meal plans every month. You get access to our apps, which allows you to pick and choose plans. You can swap out recipes from existing plans. There's lots of functionality within the app, but it's also super easy to use. So we have that option for you as well. And then we also sell gadgets. I'm actually sitting here. I have a whole shelving system right in front of me. You can't see it, but it's all kinds of gadgets, tear pads, workbooks, guidebooks, cookbooks, bag holders. We sell. The mailman comes every single day to pick up buckets and buckets and buckets of orders of things that people order from our store. So that is that's kind of what MyFreezEasy is. It's, part you can order just kind of one-off things. It's part you can become a member and get access to the apps and all the customization. And it's part we just have these gadgets that are going to help make dinner easier. That's ultimately the goal. Now, this is actually great timing. I did not plan this on purpose, but we have a challenge coming up. If you're interested in this and you want to try this, we do have a challenge that's starting the very first week of May. So it's a little bit in advance. So you can kind of pencil it in onto your calendar. But if you want to get early access to that, you can type the word early, EARLY, into the comments, and I will message you the information about how to get on the challenge early bird list. Basically, you're going to be the first to know about the challenge. That means you'll have plenty of time to get ready for the challenge, and you'll get special discounts. The challenge is totally free, but then we also offer these kits and bundles to help make the challenge go smoother for you. If you want to order that, we will mail it to you. So you can type the word early into the comments. Gloria, I see that. Thank you, girl. I will message you here on Facebook. You can go and get on that early bird list at any point. This is the first time I'm telling anybody about it. Okay. So next week or next week and a half or so, I'll start letting everybody know. Linda, you're going to want to get in on this challenge, girl. It's going to be really helpful. How this challenge works. Let's see. I think it's May 2nd. I don't have the calendar up in front of me, but, we start on a Sunday night. I send you an email. It's all very educational. I want to teach you step by step how this freezer cooking works. This challenge has photos. It has step by step. It's got the shopping list. It's got the recipes. It's really, we'll probably do a live during the week to kind of break it all down for you and just teach you how it works. Really, the challenge is two parts. One, to teach you, and two, to get you making these meals in your kitchen so you can see just how fabulous and amazing this type and this style of cooking works, this sort of MyFreezEasy philosophy, if you will. And then when you see how amazing it is, you just plug that right into your life, and like dinner is like a breeze. Okay. So that's what the challenge is. It's meant to teach you, and it's also meant to help you get these 6 meals made so that you can have these really fantastic options for dinner in May. Historically, the reason that we are doing this in the beginning of May is historically May is a very busy month. It's sometimes named Maycember, if you've ever heard that. That kind of got squashed a year ago with the whole shutdown situation and lockdown and all that stuff. But we're doing it anyways because May is looking kind of busy, at least here at my house. Or the summer, if you want to have options for the summer, doing the challenge with us in May would be really great to have some meals in the freezer for the summer. So you can definitely, I would love for you to join us in the challenge. It is going to be an amazing time, tons of information, tons of great tips and hacks and how-tos. And I really just want to make this easy for you and just show you what a brilliant strategy this is for dinner. So that's the challenge. So type the word early into the comments and I will tell you where to get on that early bird list, and you'll be the first to know when the challenge is up and running and ready for you, and where you can download the free sample of the meal plan. Kristen, yes, we do have keto meals in the membership program. We also have a keto section in our store, our online store. You could check both of those out. I'll drop links here when the live video is finished. The recipes in the challenge are not 100% keto. I'm trying to think if you can adapt them. Probably could adapt them fairly easily. But if not, there's options in the store as well. So I'll send you a note here after the video about that. Okay. Early in the comments, if you want to get on the challenge early bird list, I will email you in a couple of days, maybe next week, about more about that challenge. But the best time to get on it is right now, so you don't forget. And then just put a little pencil in on your calendar that we are going to be hanging out that week virtually, mostly by email, a little bit in our Freezer Cooking Facebook group. Really just want to teach you how freezer cooking works. So Erin Chase Show episodes always include pie. So pie is a slice of pie for you. So pretend we're actually eating whatever your favorite pie is. For me, that would be pumpkin double chocolate cheesecake pie. But really, pie is my acronym for intentional living. And, freezer meals are super important for being intentional with dinner. I mean, they're crucial, like literally like a lifeline for me. And so this is what I want you to think about with pie. So pie is an acronym for plan, implement, evaluate. So the first is to plan, like what meals are you going to make to put into your freezer? We have options for you. We have the membership. We have the challenge coming up. We have things in our store. Like we will plan for you, but you can also just plan for yourself. So let us plan for you, starting with the challenge. That's probably a good place to start. So let's plan on participating in the challenge. Then you're going to implement it, make the meals, follow. We provide all the step-by-step instructions for you to make sure that you're successful with your freezer cooking efforts. We don't want you to waste any time. We don't want you to waste any ingredients, right? So I will walk you through all the step-by-step. Then the evaluate piece. So plan, implement, evaluate is my PIE acronym. Evaluate is what went well with the meal prep, what went well with the cooking of the meals, what went well with the eating of the meals. Did you find a new family favorite? Did one kid snub their nose at the shredded Hawaiian chicken sandwiches? I don't know why any kid would snub their nose at those. They're delicious, but you get the idea. Like evaluate how things went. So then when you go to make your next set of freezer meals, you can make the necessary adjustments that you need to make. So PIE, the plan, implement, evaluate, is really a framework. It's a mindset. It's almost like boundaries for anything intentional living. That's just how it would work with freezer meals. Okay. Last, think, feel, take action. I want you to think ahead of the game. Like the purpose of freezer meals is to be planning ahead with your meals. So think ahead of the game. I want you to feel flexibility. When you have meals in the freezer, it just offers a flexibility that, okay, I plan on making that meal tonight, or, oh, I had a crisis and I need a meal option. When we batch ground beef type freezer meals, so we're browning, 8 to 10 pounds of ground beef at one time, and then we're putting that away into 8 to 10 meals into the freezer. And so some of that's spaghetti sauce, some of it's taco meat, some of it's sloppy joe, right? When you do it all batched together like that, when you need an easy option for yourself, your spouse, your older kids to cook for you because something happened or you got stuck somewhere or there was traffic or the doctor's running late or whatever. I mean, there's all these things that come up in life, right? Having the backup is going to keep you out of the drive-thru. I know I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. It costs our family $52 to go through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. Okay. When I don't feel like cooking, or there's a teeny tiny crisis, or I got held up or something like that, like I can't just drop $52 at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru if I can make a meal at home for $5 to $10 for all 6 of us. Okay, think about it that way. All right. So they just offer that flexibility. The other thing that I think freezer meals do is just kind of give you that confidence. You're like, okay, I actually stuck to the budget. I managed to get, to not go through the drive-thru, or I successfully made a meal that everybody liked, right? So there's a little bit of that flexibility and that confidence in there as well. So taking action. This is the action that I want you to take right now. I want you to join our challenge. That's going to be the best introduction. If you're new to MyFreezEasy, if you're new to me, if you're new to freezer cooking, that's the very best place to start. If you're not new to any of those things, if we've been besties for the last 8 years and you've been a member for 4 years, join us anyways. It's just a great, it's a great time. It's a great, we have a great education and fun together. I love getting to see your pictures of all your meals put together. So it really is a fun week. So type the word early into the comments and I will message you how to get on the early bird. You'll get the first crack at getting into the challenge, getting things downloaded. It's completely free to participate. So type early into the comments and I will let you know where to, when it's going to be next week sometime, when to sign up for the challenge, get everything you need to get your groceries and then get started cooking with us that first week of May. So there is your take action. All right. Finally, please subscribe to the Erin Chase Show. I know we air live here on Facebook on Tuesday afternoons. You can get notifications here on the Facebook page so you can see when we go live. Of course, you can watch the replays. We also take the video from the live and put it onto YouTube by Friday. We also take the audio version of this recording and put it onto podcast players. So wherever you listen to your podcasts, you can listen. We have those released on Friday mornings as well. So you can listen Friday or anytime over the weekend to get the inspiration. But for right now, if you're listening live and in the comments, type the word early. If you're watching this on YouTube replay or you are listening in the podcast, the link for this is going to be in the show notes or the description below the video. That's how you can sign up for the challenge early bird right there. So that is all for this week's episode, my friend, all about the freezer meals. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was informative, and we have lots more to come with our 5-ingredient challenge that is coming up the first week of May. So check that out. And I will say that's it. That's all for this week's episode. I will see you next Tuesday for the next episode of the Erin Chase Show. I saw you yesterday for the Dinner Made Easy show this week. It was supposed to be Thursday, but I moved it to last night. So check that out. And then I will see you in 2 weeks for the next Dinner Made Easy show. My video schedule is kind of nutty, but I will be back next week with another episode of the Erin Chase Show. So that is all for now, my friend. It's bye for now, and we will talk again soon.